Hello gang, Kev Blokey here from my Hot Wheels collection. Here to do a review video today, or an unboxing video, of the Hot Wheels 2019 50 pack, or certainly on what's currently being advertised on Amazon. This came from Amazon.com in the States, and including shipping it worked out to be $72, which worked out roughly around about £58. So roughly about £1 a car, just over £1.07 I think worked out to be a car, which is cheaper than buying them retail. And also it means you get most of all, certainly from the review videos I've seen, you get most of A, B and C case from the 2019 mainline series, which is good because it saves you a lot of running around the shops trying to find them. And B, it also means you may get some of the more desirable models such as the Skylines and other such cars, which often prove impossible to get off the pegs unless you're lucky you're there at the right time. So I've not had a look at this pack. It literally turned up when I got home from work. So let's have a look inside and see what we have. Okay, so opening the pack, there are our 50 cars. Let's look at them one at a time and see what we have. So they're all on short cards, and we start off first of all with new release for 2019, and this is the 84 Audi Sports Quattro. Another Audi release on the back of the RS6 Avant, which came out last year. Nice release. I do like these new type wheels, they really do suit the cars they go on. And this is part of the Baja Blazers series, and the number on the back of the short cards, this is number 43 out of 250 for 2019. Okay, second up we have the Lamborghini Revuelton Roadster, part of the HW Roadster series. This is number 18 of 250. Third up now we have the Honda Civic EF. Sorry if the lighting's not the best there. Honda Civic EF. This is model 4 of 250. Now this is the, I'm guessing you don't get supers in these 50 packs. This is the regular release, but nevertheless nice to have it. Number 4 then is the R13 Nissan Skyline RS. This is the model that came out at the beginning of last year. It's been in red, grey and now in this white colour scheme with those red disc wheels, we call them. And this is number 48 of 250 in the Nightburner series. Next car out of the box is a fantasy casting. This is the El Viento, part of the X-Racers. Number 36 out of 250. Slight bend on the card. But most of my stuff gets ripped open anyway. If I keep hold of it, that won't be a problem. Next car up is quite a favourite cast of mine. This is the Custom 72 Chevy Love. This time in a quite vivid lime green colour scheme. This is part of the HW Hot Trucks series. Chrome bed, chrome interior. And this is number 30 of 250. Just try and sort these out in some sort of order. Okay, next car from the top row is, I've been looking forward to this. This is the 49 Volkswagen Beetle pickup in a blue Hot Wheels garage service livery. This is part of the Volkswagen mini series, and this is number 47 out of 250. All cars in this should be different. You should have 50 different releases, hopefully no doubles, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, next up in the Super Chrome series, model 23 out of 250. This is the Custom 77 Dodge van in that nice chrome livery with those lovely looking chrome wheels. Okay, penultimate car from the top row is another fantasy casting. This is Rocket Fire, part of the HW Space series. and this is number 21 of 250. Incidentally, if you're not aware, cars from 2019, certainly the sort cards, all seem to feature this letter A quite prominently. So if you are searching the pegs or the shelves in your local shop and you see the big letter A on the back, you are looking at a 2019 release. It would appear to be that case anyway. So, yep. Okay, so final car on the top row is another Super Chrome, and this is the Speedbox minibus come ambulance. Again, very nice, not dissimilar to the colour scheme of the Supervan, and this is 22 of 250. Okay, so that's the first 10 cars done. Moving on to the second row now, we have yet another fancy casting, again in this sort of red, white and blue / chrome colour scheme. This is the Hover and Out, and model number 50 of 250. Fifth of the way through already, goodness me. Right, next up is the Volkswagen Golf GTI in this Momo livery, again part of the Volkswagen series. And this is model number 19 of 250. Nice to see that. Next car up is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog. I love this casting. I already had it, but it's a great casting, this. Part of the Hot Truck series. Model number 7 of 250. Look at that. That just looks the business. Obviously based on a racing truck, a desert racing truck, I assume. That just, honestly, that just really looks the part. Great deco. I was really looking to future releases of this. Next up, we have a fantasy casting that I've been looking forward to. This is the Too Tough. It's a pickup truck in a nice sort of Spectra Flame red colour scheme, again part of the Hot Trucks series. And this is model number 28 of 250. It's one of those fantasy castings which, you know, it could be quite passable as a you know, a licensed model. So yeah, looking good seeing this, and I'm really hoping it performs well on the track. Okay, next up from this row we have the Rip Rod. This is part of the HW Game Over series, based on a full-size car that Hot Wheels or Mattel produced themselves, as I'm sure the aficionados amongst you will know. And this is model 16 of 250. The Too Tough, I don't think I mentioned that, it was model 28 of 250. And the Moggy was 7 of 250. I think I may have already mentioned that one. Anyway, for those who like to number crunch. Okay, next up, again, this is a great colour scheme on this. This is the 64 Chevy Chevelle SS, part of the Speed Blur series. And a nice Hot Wheels deco in a sort of, I don't know what you call that, like an aqua sort of teal type colour. Blown motor on the front. Really good looking car, this. And that is 62 of 250. Okay, next up we have a Batmobile. This is the first release of this casting, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember whether this was the cartoon series one, or I'll have to double check. Anyway, this is car number 17 of 250. Now, nice blue livery, red glazing. Quite good track cars, I remember. At least on the downhill it was. Right, next up we have certainly one of the more popular castings. This is the Skyline. This is the R33 model in this deep red colour scheme. Previously in blue as part of the Then and Now series. This is part of the new Nissan series. You can see it on the side. Model 1 of 5, and the model number is number 6. Okay, up next is part of the HW Game Over series. This is the 2005 Ford Mustang in black, red and white livery, without movable spoiler on the front. Car number 44250, and just to reinforce the fact that the spoiler can be moved, there's an illustration on the back to help you. Okay, so the last car, second row now, is another Ford, and this is the 67 Shelby GT500, part of the HW Flame series. Nice blue colour scheme, different colour wheels, front and rear, as you can see there. That is the same on all of them, so it's not an error, as you may initially think it is. This is a car number 33 of 250. Okay, third row then. We have a great casting here, 57, put your teeth in, 57 Chevy in the part of the Flame series, again with those lovely chrome disc wheels, blue colour scheme, yellow flames, great looking car. Okie dokies, next up we have from the HW Screen Time series, this is the 71 Mustang Mark 1 from Diamonds Are Forever. Again, featuring those really great looking disc wheels. And this is model 2 of 250. The Chevy was number 9. I keep remembering, I'll keep forgetting which ones I'm into now. Oh, and the GT500 was 33. Okay, next in the list we have a car popping out of its packaging, which is slightly annoying, but it will get opened anyway. But anyway, this is the Ford Torino Talladega 69, Ford Torino Talladega, part of the Flame series. Nice red colour scheme this time, with white and yellow flames. See there. This is model number 32 of 250. Great looking car, so I know it certainly will prove popular with a friend of mine. Okay, next up we have, slightly damaged card, but never mind. We have the Custom 01 Acura Integra GSR, part of the Speed Graphics series, and this is model 5 of 250 in K&W livery. Nice checkered flag detail on the door there. Yep, always popular. Good box so far. We've had a lot more licensed models than we have had fantasy castings, but that said, here is a fantasy casting. This is the Blastus Moto, part of the HW Moto series. Quite like this one actually. This is number 10 of 250. The blue colour scheme, previous release was in red. And now we have probably a bit of a, well, it's not my favourite casting, but this is the Tricera truck, part of the Dino Riders series. New casting. Some people have compared it to a Volkswagen Beetle. I can see where they're going with this. Certainly, if one of the customisers out there wanted to replicate this for some bizarre reason, the Volkswagen Beetle was probably as good a place as any to start. And this is model 12 of 250. Okay, moving on. I've been looking forward to this. This is the Track Ripper. Again, it's a fancy casting, but what a colour scheme. Look at that. In that black with sort of white zebra stripes all over it. This is a great looking car. Again, partly a new Speed Blur mini-series, Track Ripper, and that is car number 37 of 250. And again, it has a movable front spoiler, as the illustration there is showing. Excuse me whilst in a very British way I have a quick sip of my tea. Oh, lovely. Right, moving on. Where would us British be without our tea? Okay, this is part of the Baja Blazer series, and this is a fantasy casting Sandivore. Not a bad casting. Can't say it's one I'm overly familiar with, but quite like that. That is a model number 41 of 250. Different wheels, front and rear. Again, that's deliberate. Yeah, quite like that. I think that will be a keeper. Next up, another fantasy casting. Dinosaur, part of the Space series in this sort of gold colour scheme. Orange base, grey wheels. Model number 20 of 250. And lo and behold, be careful what you wish for. Yet another fancy casting, but one I do collect. This is the Carbonator, part of the X-Racers series in that nice see-through livery on the bottle. Must be a bottle of lemonade, couldn't it? Carbonator, this is model 34 of 250. Yes, it does work as a bottle opener, as I'm sure you all know. Right, okay, so moving on to the fourth row now. We are back in the world of licensed models. I've just dropped the camera, well done, start again. Right, this is the 71 El Camino, part of the Flames series there. Model 8 of 250. Green with the white flames with the yellow detailing on, metallic green. Yep, nice car that. Black plastic bed, black interior therefore, chrome base. Next car up is the, what's that called? The Tread Shredder. Again, part of the HW Moto series. I've not seen this before, so I'm assuming it's a new casting. I don't really do the bikes myself, being a track racer, they have a tendency to fall over. It looks a bit like what we would call a speedway motorbike. It's got kind of that look to it. I guess you guys have speedway in the States. I'm not quite sure whether it's a British thing or whether it's made across the pond. But yeah, it's got that kind of look to it. This is model number 38 of 250. Next up, we have the Mazda RX-7, 95 Mazda RX-7. This is part of the Speed Graphics series. This is a Mad Mike model with all these sponsorship details over it. Lovely looking car, this. Really pleased this was included in the pack. Yep, delighted with that. Okay, next, oh, and that was 27 out of 250. 265 cars last year in the mainline release. Now we're down to 250. So, what that's a sign of, I don't know. Popular fantasy casting, or it has proved to be popular, is the Roller Toaster. And it's come out in this new dark grey, almost black livery there. And there's no doubt what the casting name is because it's plastered all over the side. This is part of the Experimenters series, and that is at number 24 of 250. And yes, it does tell you there's a lead on the side for lowering your toast. Shame it doesn't pop up after a while, but never mind. There we go. Right, great casting. This 69 Dodge Charger Daytona, part of the HW Flames series. In a blue colour, well, no, almost a black colour scheme. Blue interior with those blue flames across the side and the bonnet. What a great looking car this is. Yeah, looking forward to having that in the collection. Splendid. Right, moving on. We have now popular one. This is a Nissan Skyline. As soon as you say the words Nissan, it seems to be popular. And this is the R32 version. Again, part of the Nissan series. And this was model number 1 of 250. Did I give you the number of the Daytona? That was 31. And the Roller Toaster, if I didn't mention, it was 24. Sure I did. Anyway, there we are. So yeah, so that's all 3 Nissan Skylines. Oh, sorry, all 4 Nissan Skylines so far. That's that one. We've got the red ones there as well. Was there any other one? Can't remember now. Slowly going around the twist. No, 3 of them. Sorry, I'm going into me. There was a 4th one, but yeah. So that's the Skylines thus far. Don't know if we've got any more to come. We'll have a look. Anyway, moving on with the box, we have the HW Papa Wheelie. This is from the Art Car series, based on a Regal Supervan, 3-wheeler van. British creation. You may have seen them in the Mr. Ben series. It was always the The van being driven by his nemesis, but not in this dragster style, certainly not with Popper written all across the side. Letter F on the top for you art card collectors. Car number 351 or 365. So this is a 2018 release. If it's 365 cars, it's from last year. But at letter A, it indicates that it's a 2019 batch, this particular model, if that makes any sense, even though it's from the 2018 series. Right, moving on now. I've tied myself into a knot. Great casting, being a VW owner, I do like VWs. And this is the Volkswagen Käfer Racer in what's going to prove very popular, the Moon Eyes colour scheme. Look at that. That's really, really love this casting. I know some people don't tend to get too excited about it. The Moon Eyes colours on it is just great. The interesting comparison with the earlier custom Beetle they were wearing this colour scheme as well. This is a car number 46 of 250. Cracking on, we have a fantasy casting. This is the Fangster from the Dino Riders series. Car number 39 out of 250. Yeah, you know, it's not for me, but I'm sure the kids will like it. Flash Drive X Racers in a green and blue colour scheme. Number 5 out of 10, and the model number is 35 out of 250. Movable front spoiler and a movable rear wing on this car. Whether that makes a difference when you chuck it down track, I'm not quite sure. Your what's that? Your Fangster was 39 out of 250. Right, we are on our last row of these 50 cars now, so let's see what we've got. First one is the Land Rover Defender Double Cab, part of the Baja Blazers. This sort of camo style livery. Again, another great casting. Not too good as a track car because it's too wide, but never mind. I'm still going to get them because being a Brit, I do like my Land Rovers. 14 out of 250. Yep, great one. Next up, we have another fantasy casting. This is the Gazella GT, part of the X Racers series. And movable front wing, spoiler on it again. And that is number 11 of 250. Next out of the box, we have the 17 Jeep Wrangler, part of the Baja Blazers series in this nice blue colour scheme. Previous one was in red. Gold wheels. And that is model 13 out of 250. Next car out of the box is the 72 Ford Ranchero, part of the HW Hot Trucks series. Model number 29 out of 250. Next up, and I knew there was a full Skyline. This is from, I believe, the C case. This is the R34. And I believe this is also going to be the Super 4 C case. This is obviously the regular version, which suits me fine because I don't tend to collect Supers. Number 2 out of 5, and that is model number 45. So they are the 4 Skylines you get in this particular box. So box ticked. Next up, we have a fantasy casting, High Beam, part of the Baja Blazers series. Radical doesn't really do it for me, but I can see the appeal, I guess. Car number 42 out of 250. The blue colour scheme, yellow glazing, yaddy yaddy yaddy. Right, we're down to the last 4 cars now, and the first out of that is the Tooligan. This is part of the Experimenters series, with your spanner or your wrench and your Allen key holder at the bottom there. On the back it tells you can tighten your bolts up using the wrench on the back. This is model 342 or 365, so again this is a 2018 release, but obviously re-released for A case onwards. Tooligan, there we go. Right, down to the last 3 now, and the first one out is the Aristo Rat, part of the HW glow wheels, so these will have glow in the dark wheels. This one is in a blue colour scheme, and this is model number 357 or 365, movable front spoiler, and obviously again a 2018 release carried over into 2019. Okay, I said that you don't get doubles, but lo and behold, I spoke too soon, because I've now got a additional 17 Jeep Wrangler. This is 13 at 250, as mentioned before, in that blue and gold. And to finish off, I've also got an additional Tooligan. So, shame that I seem to have ended up with 2 doubles, but you know, 48 cars out of 50s not being doubles. Not too many fancy castings when you look. It's not a bad haul really, and it's going to save me a bit of petrol or gas going to the stores to try and find these cars. So yeah, I'm happy with that purchase. Anyway guys, I thought I'd share these with you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers then. Bye bye.